think a good place to start, I think, is both of you had like sick runs in your ADCC trials for different reasons, obviously. I think maybe I'll start with you, Taylor. Like, how was that for you guys? Obviously, you got the 6 wins, 6 submissions, 6 heel hooks. Did you plan to go and play a lot more bottom game when you went there, or was it just by chance that you ended up doing that and then heel hooking everybody?
No, I did. That was my game plan, because I did the trials before last year and I was like passing more, and I ended up losing by a sweep. So I thought, I looked at the division. I didn't think any of them could pass my guard. I was pretty confident in that. So I thought it'd just be easier, like stylistically and tactically, if I played bottom. So then I thought, if I'm playing bottom, I'm going to try and like work on my leg locks a lot. So before that, I was like really training loads of leg locks and getting them sharp. So yeah, that was my plan going in. I didn't expect, I guess, to submit everyone like that easy as well, but yeah, ended up working out, yeah.
But your leg locks were developing at like a really good rate. It was like you were studying a lot, and like that was your main focus for quite a while, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like, your guard's always been like extremely hard to pass, but it wasn't offensive. But now, like, it's become very offensive. Right now, I'm like worried to engage. He has very good like leg entanglements. So then, obviously, now he's developing sweeps off of them. But like, that's what it was. Like, it was like just developing them good leg locks.
When did you start to like more work on the leg locks? You know, because like, did it just happen, or did you just decide like for the training camp, or was it something that happened in advance?
So I used to do them a lot when I was a blue belt, but like straight foot locks, and I did more gi. So I was playing saddle as well, but just very basic, and my heel hook knowledge wasn't that good or anything. It wasn't like advanced or anything like that. I didn't really.
You had the good spazzy heel hook there. There's a couple grappling industries that you have.
Yeah, I
was ripping it.
Yeah, there's a few grappling industries where I was just ripping heel hooks on, but like no technique, just like catching, just like slamming on as hard as I could, but not like technical. I didn't really understand, and especially I didn't know how to defend them at all. So that was like a big weakness in my game. So I was like, right, when I fully switched to no-gi, I made like a conscious decision to really focus on the leg locks, that even if I didn't do them, I could defend them. Because basically all my submission losses, other than one, I think, in no-gi ever, off heel hooks. Yeah, it's not many of them, but there's a few, and there's one anaconda. Josh attacked me with an anaconda.
Wedge.
Yeah.
Jacked.
Yeah. And then the rest of them have been like heel hooks. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm forgetting one, but I can remember. Maybe I've just blocked it from my memory.
Yeah.
So I remember being heel hooked a few times. So I was like, man, I need to fix this.
Yeah.
So then I just worked on them loads, and then ended up developing the attacks as well. And now I like them a lot.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, it was a good trials. If you got 6 submissions all by heel hook. Yeah. What happened in the finals? Because like I think it was Bennett, right? There was like making all sorts of weird noises and shit like that on you. Like, is that just how he is, or what?
Yeah, I think he's just a bit mental, mate. To be fair, he's a really funny guy. Like off the mat, he's proper funny.
Yeah,
he's actually proper sound as well. But he's just, when he competes, he obviously just goes. He's just a bit mental.
It's feral, bro.
Yeah,
he sees red. He just starts.
He's from Bradford, man, so he's feral, yeah. But no, he's just he's just really intense, and just grunts a lot, and like, he's very aggressive, so he kind of tries to bully you in ways and stuff like that. But it's just man, it's competition there. Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. He's proper funny, I think.
Yeah,
he tries to like physically impose.
Yeah,
he tries to be like physically dominant.
Yeah, like kind of like has like a bully.
Yeah, tries to break people, right?
Yeah, tries to intimidate you, and then
can't break the breaker.
Yeah, so you basically got to know, like, you know it's coming, and you just got to sort of weather it.
Yeah, we fought before, but I didn't before the final, because we were both in the final. He come up to me and was like, he was like, you fucking remember when you put me to sleep with the triangle, Joe? He's like, that. He's like, you put me to sleep versus Compa Purple. No, I fucking remember the triangle. But I knew I fought him, but I couldn't remember anything about it. But it was in the gear. I remember I put him to sleep with a triangle. This was like almost 10 years ago. I'd say that was probably like 8 years ago or something like that.
Crazy, and he remembered that.
Yeah, I always forget that though. You get put to sleep.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I always forget that.
No, but I knew I'd fought him. I definitely knew I tapped him, but I didn't remember anything about the match. But just from seeing him and stuff and watching him throughout the day, I knew he was like super aggressive, really game, and just has a weird style. I think that's why he made it to the final, because he has such an odd style, and no one really knew who he was. So because he does all these weird things, he doesn't do like normal jiu-jitsu, I would say, like conventional stuff. He like plays rubber guard, Williams guard, and attacks gogoplatas and does weird things. So if you're not ready for that and you don't know him, you sleep on him, he'll catch you with it, you know. So I think that's why he done well. He's kind of like the dark horse who just no one knew anything about him.
Yeah. And for you, Owen, how was the trials? What was the expectation going into it? Because it was your second trials, right?
Yeah, it was my second trials. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting to win. To be fair, like my mindset going into the trials was always like, if you beat Ash, you probably win the trials, right?
Right.
He was the, like, it was almost like when people were talking about the trials, it was almost like a guarantee in people's mind that he was going to win 66. But I'd been training, like, I was from, I guess, the first trials, like my last match, maybe like Polaris, I was kind of off the grid for a while, like from that until the trials. And I was just training a lot more no-gi, whereas before then I was doing more like half gi, half no-gi. And I kind of did the same thing. I guess same thing as Taylor did. Like I just like focused more on no-gi for the trials. And I obviously developed more leg locks, and obviously my passing became more suitable for no-gi because I've always had like an outside passing, kind of like scrambles and like quite explosive. Like I've always been quite athletic growing up doing sports. So my passing in the gi's always been quite dynamic and stuff like that. But no-gi, it was always decent, but it was like still a bit shaky because I was just relying on my movement rather than actual technique. And I started kind of developing that before then. And then when I was training with the guys in the gym who were other good 6'6" guys, it was like, I felt very confident. I was kind of bullying a lot of people. So I felt like my level was definitely good enough to win. It was just more of a factor like, if it's your day or not. Because you never know what can happen, right? Yeah. You can go there and just like, you just get smashed by someone who you don't even know, or you can wake up and be ill, and like there's so many things that go wrong. But I woke up in the morning and I was just feeling good. And I always enjoy competing, you know. So it was like I just woke up, felt good, and I was just like, felt it was my day, you know. And like the whole day, I was just, I mean, Taylor was there watching. I was there for his. I thought it was like a pretty good day, man. You did all right in the trials as well, not too bad.
Yeah, I got to the quarters. Yeah, fifth match I lost. Yeah,
and like you were beating the guy up as well. That he lost you, right? But,
yeah, man.
Yeah, I had to scrap with Ash, but everybody else was like,
oh, he was the guy that you were like,
yeah, he was the guy I was hunting him as well. I've been hunting him since I was a blue belt because he beat me at like an all stars, and obviously he was like the best guy at 6'6" in Europe for a while. So he was the guy to beat. I mean, he's not.
He was the man at one point.
Yeah, he was the man.
Yeah.
He was just smashing everyone. Remember, like he won trials.
He beat Ethan as well.
Yeah, beat Ethan.
Yeah.
Did you break his foot?
Yeah, I think I broke his knee. Oh, I definitely broke his foot in a couple. Like he had an injury before, apparently. I don't know, but I hit a couple good straight full locks that were like getting nice pops, and I hit one Aoki that was nasty. It was like, yeah, I managed to like pop his heel like onto my chest when he was standing, just like ripped it. But right, he's a dog, man. Fair play to him. He just
went up.
It just, I mean, there was like in the videos, like you can see he contemplates it, and he's like, oh, nah, and just starts grabbing my hands. I'm just like, fair enough. He wants it bad, but yeah, it was a good match to be fair.
To be fair, like I mean, like a lot of guys don't tap in jiu-jitsu. I mean, I guess it's not like an MMA or something. Like if something bad happens, like you can get you can get damage, like don't get me wrong, but
it definitely affected him, you know. Like he had a match with Gabriel Sozon, who's number one. You could see just like he couldn't stand, he couldn't wrestle, he couldn't do what he's good at, right? Because he just like has no, like you could tell his foot's still just gone, right? And then like especially Ash is a little bit older. He's like maybe like 30 now, I think. So it's like if you're not tapping and you're not letting your body recover and you're just trying to push it too much, this is like kind of like when people fall off because they just can't maintain hard training and competitive matches, right? So it's just probably a smart thing to like take some time off, heal up, and then come back strong, right? But
I think he didn't want to. I like Ash, but
he didn't want an opportunity on who's number one, right?
Yeah, and I don't think he wanted to admit that you actually hurt him.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he was like, oh, nah, didn't that.
It's it was all good.
Nah, it didn't break my foot. It was pretty gnarly, mate. To be fair, I would have tapped way before that.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. Like,
yeah, but it's also like, yeah, because he was, right, he's one of the first UK guys on who's number one, right?
Oh, fuck.
But apart from Theon, I guess. So it's like losing the opportunity would have him as well.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, he looked good at the second trials, to be fair. He didn't look bad. He was piecing people up, to be fair, but he lost, I think, Gerbe, but
yeah, Story did good. To be fair, I didn't watch anyone, honestly. I just kept winning.
Yeah, competing. It's the same. I watched no one.
Yeah.
And I watched, I remember like Joseph Chen like had like a miracle run. I just had no idea. I was just so locked in my own run. I was like, because I was doing the same, right? So it's like every time I have a match, I'm just going back up and putting my headphones on. I'm like trying to zone out and in because obviously like a crazy long day, right? Yeah. You know, like in the American trials, it's like so much easier. Like you can do like 3 matches one day and they're all within like a time period. And then you go home and you come back the next day. It's like 3 matches at a time period. Whereas like European trials, like my first match was at 9 a.m. My last match was at 8 p.m. You know,
It's the same
like-
like as well.
I'm there the whole day. It's like, and it's 6 matches, 7 matches. It's like one match, you rest 1 hour, 2 hours. So it's like you have to warm up, cool down. It's like, and the guys you're fighting is getting better and better, and you're just having more and more fatigue because you're like cooling down and stuff like this. So it's like way more like grueling on the body, you know.
It's fucked on the body. I was after trials, man. I was fucked. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
For like, I couldn't train properly for a good few weeks. Like my hip was just ruined. I didn't even feel it on the day. I think just all the adrenaline.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I couldn't sleep. Like I was just so high on adrenaline, mate.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep I didn't sleep that whole night. We went home that morning. So just like was laying in bed till like 4 a.m. Then we had to push the airport. We had like a 6 a.m. flight or something, like a 7 a.m. flight. And I just stayed up like for like almost like 2 days. I was just so wide, and mate, my hip was fucked.
That adrenaline high and dump does it like weird shit to your body because a lot of the fighters that I've spoken to also suck, like Cameron Simon. He says he gets sick after his fights just because of that.
The
Like,
adrenaline.
yeah, the adrenaline high and
I
dump.
think I was sick after the week of trials, to be fair. The night of, I had a bunch of adrenaline, but I drunk myself into a sleeping state, to be fair.
Yeah.
So that was, I didn't.
I wanted to go out, and I did say to everyone I was going to go out, but then I thought, and then 7 a.m. and I was like, oh, mate,
Yeah, and then, because I was in the club, and I messaged this guy, and me and
started ignoring his name.
he was like,
no.
nah, boys, I'm not coming up. I'm like, bro, you just won trials all sub, you're going to stay at home. You're such a loser, man. Get to the
Me and Tommy got some food. And
we had a table there, we had bottles, we had a fucking little bottle show for you, table 6 hours, man. We were fucking sick. And you're like, nah, I'm going to stay at home, man. It was cheap as well.
Yeah.
I'm at a 7 a.m. flight, man. They didn't. That's the difference.
Yeah, well, I've flown.
Jack Seed got on the same flight as you, bro. And he was there in that club.
Yeah, but he left. I remember he told me he left quite early.
He left at 4 a.m., brother. He left at 4 a.m., got back.
Probably just didn't even
Bag.
and just went.
Did you sleep?
No.
Could have been in the
But nah, I just couldn't be asked, man. Nah.
Ah, bro.
Could have made it, man. Listen, I've flown hungover before and it was not fun.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
The one benefit though is like you're really tired anyway, so then you end up sleeping. You just feel like shit.
Yeah, I could do it with Xanax.
Yeah, Xanax will get it done. Bro.
Yeah,
With Xanax, anything is possible.
yeah.
Xanax, anything's possible.
Do you guys often like? I mean, if you win, so like, it depends obviously which country and like celebrate pretty hard afterwards or.
Oh, me, I do. Yeah, he doesn't. He's not too.
Nah, I don't.
He's not too big on it. I enjoy it.
I was back training Monday.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was on Saturday, right? The competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I flew home Sunday. I trained Monday. Back to the gym, just not normal.
I guess it depends obviously like where you are in the year and like what you got coming up. Because like if you got nothing coming up, then like you can do it. But if you got to be training on Monday again, it's like.
Yeah, like I have my own gym, don't I? So and I teach the classes there, and I love training, man. Training is my favorite thing to do. I would not rather do anything else than train. So for me, like unless I got something planned, I guess it could be fun. But like for me, like getting up every day and training is the best thing. I couldn't think of anything better.
Yeah.
To do. Unless I went Fort Park or something like that. Obviously, you've probably done it. At Fort Park, it's like a theme park.
Fort Park's very fun, man.
Yeah,
There's some sick.
Right, let's go to Fort Park. I'll be like, all right, I miss a session of training. Like,
Good day at Fort Park.
yeah, I'd be sick. But like, there's not many things that beat training for me, to be honest, mate. So
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do with your life, then like you're basically not working. So
yeah, it's unreal.
yeah.
Yeah, the seminars after the trials has been unreal as well, man. Just getting to travel and see so many countries is pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, man.
How often are you guys doing seminars? You spoke a little bit about like what you're gonna be doing.
He's slamming them out. I didn't do as many as him because I was washed, but he's doing a bit.
Yeah, I've got like every weekend now is booked for me till July. From till the second week of July. Every weekend I'm booked, and then I cut it off so I could do my camp. And then after that, I've already got 3 seminars booked after ADCC. Like, and I've already done like 5 or 6, 7 now since trials. I've just been non-stop. Like,
Yeah, that's sick though, because you get to also like see the world and like.
see the world and make some dollar, bro. So
Exactly.
I was so broke. So now I'm like, man, give me the money. So no.
Fair enough,
To
man.
be fair, I think this is the first no, that's a lie. This and Croatia were the 2 times where I felt like it was a holiday plus a seminar.
Mm.
The other times it felt like I would get in 7 a.m. flight, I would teach at 11, and I would have be so shattered I'd go to sleep and then fly it next morning, right?
Yeah.
Like I barely even got to see anything. Like maybe I'd go out to dinner with the guys and they'd like meet new people, but I didn't feel like I'd actually experience holiday. Whereas like, because I've been here for like maybe like, well, we've been here for I think 3-4 days, maybe.
Yeah.
I've been here since Tuesday. What's the day today?
Saturday.
I'm leaving track of dates, yeah.
Yeah, and we leave Tuesdays. Like we actually get to do things like experience in the country, seeing like, bro, we've seen like crazy levels of poverty and also like some super nice stuff. So it's like we've been able to like see the cold springs. We were even like,
You saw lions as well.
yeah, we went to the
safari. Yeah,
Where do you know where?
I don't know the park.
rhinos and
Yeah,
Is it wasn't a far drive right from Johannesburg? Or?
maybe like an
Oh, okay, so it would be around there. Okay, because Kruger Park is like
no, it's not that
one, which is
It wasn't that one. It was
They
cool
call
though,
it
man.
stuff.
yeah.
We went shooting.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I went free falling.
where in those
The sweat hotel. That was fucking horrible. Went to the top.
He's
of that.
terrified of heights.
yeah, me too.
Cool, man. There.
Yeah,
And they had this like the conductor, like the guy. There's like a lift on the side of the building goes up, and the guy's like halfway up. The guy's like shutting the power off and turning it back on, so the thing's like jolting. And Taylor's just like, listen, just bugging out the guy.
I nearly beat the guy up, man. But it's like the lift. In my defense, looks like ancient, rickety, shit-made lift, and mate, honestly, that was my version of hell, bro. I'd be anywhere than there. Yeah,
I don't like heights either.
And they did that free fall thing, you know, you fall into the net. I just watched.
No, yeah, me and Chris went on it, and it was funny. It's like before, like we're standing on it, and before we go, the guy like turns on the camera, and he just like that was like the sign of the cross, and bro, Chris' face starts to panic. And we're going up and we start spinning. And I don't think we meant to start spinning. The guy's like whistling. He's like shouting. He's like, hey, like whistling down. And Chris is just panicking. I was like, right, what's going on? But Chris was like full on panicking. But then he stabilized it and then we dropped it. It was pretty fun, to be fair.
Did you guys, how many days are you still going to be in Johannesburg? Or are you just going to fly in and fly out? Or
We'll be there the rest of the Monday, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll be here till Monday morning. Then we fly back early Monday morning to Johannesburg. And then we leave Tuesday night.
because Gold Reef City, I don't know if you've heard of Gold Reef City. It's like a theme park up there.
I think that's not trust the South African theme park.
No, it's okay. No,
I'll take
When it's okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That girl got crippled at Alton Towers.
Yeah, and all that. That's sick. Yeah.
That's the one, Jimmy. I don't know if I'm not trusting you. I'm definitely not going.
I mean, go check it out. It's like
I'll look it on the internet and I'll search up how many accidents. Yeah. I'll make my decision.
I'll show you guys afterwards. But we used to go there as kids all the time. Like it's like a lot of fun rides. There used to be one here in Cape Town, but they closed it. Not because of accidents. No.
That's what they always say. Huh?
People were going, so they made it to into some memorial park and like apartments or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot to do in Cape Town. Like when you'll see. There's probably I know I'm biased because I live here.
Everyone said that.
Yeah,
even people in Johannesburg have told us like, "Oh, you enjoy Cape Town."
Yeah, everyone says it's the best place. Even before I come here, everyone who's been here said it's really good.
And to be fair, even when we were driving just from like the gym to here, it's just very pretty, you know.
Yeah, it looks much nicer. Than Johannesburg.
Yeah, look, I mean, you spoke about the poverty earlier. Like when you get from the airport, like you'll see it quite a bit. Yeah, it's like it is.
It's crazy though, isn't it?
It is crazy. Like South Africa is like it's an odd place, you know, because there's like extreme poverty and extreme rich.
Yeah.
So you know, there's a bit of an in between, but it's like, you know, honestly, it's probably the best place. Like I've been to a lot of places. Like the country itself is probably one of the best places you can live. You know, like your entertainment and like the way the people are and all that kind of stuff is amazing. It's just the political part of it is like a little bit shit because you got all the like, you guys know what load shedding is, I'm sure, if you've heard about it. We don't have it at the moment, but like you could be sitting here, okay, they schedule it now, and it's just like intermittent power, they switch the power off. So like, because they say that the grid overloads, but like that kind of thing, you know, that's like a political issue, you know, but the country itself is awesome. I mean, and you'll see it now. There's like a lot to see here as well.
Yeah, it's like, because even like for London, for example, there's like poverty, but it's like the level of poverty here is like, it's like only things I've ever seen on like documentaries and stuff. Like, so in real life, it's kind of crazy to like see what people live in. Like, you know, it's like I'm gonna go home and just never complain about how I'm living again. It's like, after I've seen that, I'm just like, bro, I've nothing to complain.
Townships and stuff. It's crazy, man. To actually see it, it's mad to be sure.
Yeah, to see it.
I never complain about living in the gym again. I'm living a luxury life, bro.
Yeah,
these man are actual poverty.
Yeah, it is. I just want to go back to something though, because you guys made the switch from gi to no gi. Do you guys still do any gi at all, or are you planning on just focusing on no gi at the moment?
Yeah, I do. I have 2 gi days in my gym a week, and I teach them roll with my students as well. But like not serious.
And I still have like aspirations, I guess, to win stuff in the gi. I still would like to, not even on a career point, more on like a personal level, you know, like, because I don't feel like winning anything in the gi does anything for me financially, or like I don't think it benefits me at all. But it's more just for. I just don't want to be a quitter, you know. I don't want to be like, oh, I stopped doing the gi because no gi's easier, which is the truth. But I would like to win something. Like if I don't want like a Europeans at brown belt, or like a World Pro at brown belt, or like something, any like major at brown or black, because it's the only 2 options I have left. Probably brown. I would be happy to then like not
retire
do the gi
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I would like to like, I don't know, no one from the UK has won Europeans, right? At black belt.
I wouldn't say. I'm not sure. Euros? I don't think so.
Be like, or maybe be like the first male gi guy to win something would be good as well. But
It's all accolades more than it is financial, really.
yeah, the financial stuff is all coming from no-gi. It'll come from like super fights and 7 miles for sure. But like my ego, which is what it is for sure. My ego wants me to like win stuff in the gi. Yeah.
What's easier about no-gi for you guys than or for you? So
Just the level. I mean, it's
The levels is like the talent pool is just way like smaller. Like I feel like in a gi division, there's significantly more good guys compared to a no-gi. I'm not saying like the best no-gi guy is probably the same level as the best gi guy. But there's like 10 good gi guys and like 3 good no-gi guys per division. You know.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't know. I think
been around.
I think the sport, the main top athletes are mostly Brazilian, right?
Yeah.
And they're just all better in the gi than they are no-gi. Obviously, there's the odd exception, someone like Miko and Diogo Reis. There's obviously the odd Brazilian who is better, like the best in no-gi also. I understand that, but I'm saying like the average, there's so many, like you can go to a tournament and there's just some sick Brazilian guy you've never heard of.
Yeah.
They're just so sick in the gi, but then they take the gi off. They don't do much no-gi most of the time, my experience. So I think there's just bigger talent pool, more people. I think a lot of the Brazilians who like dominate the sport more do gi.
Yeah, that's no-gi.
You're seeing them the switch now. They are starting to switch.
Yeah, like Francisco Lowe and like
Jonathan Gracie is someone. They're all like switching.
he's Jack Byrne at fuck.
Yeah,
that's wedge.
There is some great Brazilian. They're all switching now, like Pato, and now you're gonna. I guess you're seeing a lot of them just dominate as well in no-gi. But I just think it's
but that's also another thing to think about, right? It's like you can see gi guys such like Tommy Langaka, Pato, who take the gi off and become the best no-gi guys. You never see a no-gi guy put the gi on and become the best gi.
Yeah, you can't really. It's hard to learn it unless you've done it. Unless you've done it from
because it's just
day one. I think it's so hard.
It just is harder. Like it's hard. Like the grip factor. Like if you have strong grips, completely changes the match, right? Like if me and Taylor roll no-gi, obviously the rounds aren't that compared because he's still much bigger and better than me. Whatever. Like he wins the rounds, but compared to the gi rounds, they're still way more competitive, right?
Yeah.
Because the strength factor in the gi is just so much more important, right? Because if he can make a grip and I can't break the grip,
it nullifies anything.
Yeah, exactly. Now he just shuts down that whole part of my game, right? Like when I roll with strong people, no-gi, it's annoying, but when I roll with them in the gi, I'm just like, I just can't do anything, right? Like,
yeah, it's the grip factor, that is true.
No-gi's always like, and I feel like no-gi's way more forgiving, you know? Like, for example, like you see so many matches where like people get their back taken and just escape.
Yeah.
The gi is not like that, right? The gi is like, bro, you get your back taken, you get choked.
If the guy's good in the back, there's no chance.
Yeah. There's like obviously odd exceptions. You get like Adam Basinski and like Roger Gracie, but it's like everyone uses these, they're like, oh, but what about Roger? I'm like, yeah, are you Roger Gracie? Cool.
Yeah, there's one.
You're not.
Gracie.
Right. Innit?
Yeah.
I don't see you escaping the back. I see you getting choked, innit? So it's like, that's the factor, right? As well, it's like, if someone passes your guard in the gi, bro, your guard's passed. Like I have a tricep grip in the belt, you're going nowhere. Like I'm gonna pin you, right? Whereas no-gi is so sweaty and like explosive that I can just like push you away and get my guard back, right? And the gi, bro, I'm gonna hold you here, you ain't gonna move.
Yeah, gi's unforgiving, man.
Yeah.
That's strength matters way more in the gi, I would say. Yeah.
That's why you excel more no-gi. For sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because you could be explosive.
Juice heads in the gi just run at the show.
The gi roid heads, man, they're so hard to beat. Like, the Brazilian juice heads who are like so sick as well, and they just juice out.
They're so strong. Yeah,
so hard to beat them.
Yeah.
I hate competing against them, man, because they're just so strong and so good, and you just can't move in the gi. It's awful, man. Where no-gi, I think at least you can like, it is like about positioning, not just the grips. I know it's about the position of the grips too, but
you're slippery and there's all
you can get away with a lot more, especially if you're going against someone who uses performance enhancing drugs. And I would say
which is pretty much almost it.
Did you see all the USADA nonsense? It's like Mika passes USADA, just puts up Tynan passes, everyone has passed USADA tests. They all just put photos. I'm just like, this is the fakest thing ever, man. Everyone who won the all divisions is all natural.
But how did they do the testing though? Because I think they just did random.
No, they don't. They test you on the day, no?
Yeah, piss test on the day.
But everyone gets tested, right?
Yeah, but it's on the day. I think it's like
only top 3, I think.
Yeah.
First place.
So in bodybuilding where they test, because I mean that's another one of these endeavors. I don't call it a sport; it's an endeavor, but where people are obviously all enhanced.
Yeah.
They just make people pull out of a ball out of a bag, and then there's one ball to get tested, and then it's like you could have 10 people, the top 10, and then they're just like everyone pulls a ball out of a bag, and then like,
Oh, that'd be so unlucky.
so it's like,
I'd be fuming.
The only way you could catch people is if it was like the UFC, where you had like USADA and they knew your location all the time,
yeah,
and they would randomly come to your door at any random time, blood test, piss. That's the only time you actually catch them. All the ones that are claiming they've passed, they're probably juicing. It's just they cycle off.
If you fail a drug test when they tell you when it is, you're an idiot.
yeah.
Yeah, that is madness, and a lot of them have failed. I think a lot of
What do they test for? Because I mean, you've got to specifically test like.
they test for for anabolics. Like, well,
Yeah, I mean, I don't
like popped for everything, didn't he? So Henrique Ciccone popped for everything.
Yeah, I remember that year Kynan passed. I got popped as well when he was just punched up the Angelo. He's just mad jack.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean, like, to be fair though, if everybody would like, it's shit for the people that don't want to make that choice and don't want to, obviously, because it's a tester competition, right? I wouldn't mind if they had a juice division and a non-juice division.
but then they're saying that people who still juice would go into the non-juice division, try and get away with it.
No,
Everyone just wants an edge. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, no one wants to admit they're on it, because there is a few who do, but then the other ones are like some. The problem is so many people spoke out against it who actually do it. So you have to go back on it. It's just like they're massive hypocrites. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I think that's what people don't like as well, right? I think people
would respect it.
I think people get annoyed when you're hypocritical, right? Where it's like, I would never do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I beat you. Oh, you guys are cheaters, and then just get popped. It's like, well, why are you saying all that stuff, right? Whereas I feel like you see certain people who just like don't say anything, or like you see, I mean, like Craig just says he's on it, and then like, and then people choose to believe it or not. You know, it's like, it's up to the people, you know.
That's like his brand, though. People just get away with anything.
Yeah, he can get away with whatever.
Yeah,
he's an exception for sure.
yeah,
but yeah. I think it's unfair, but to be honest, I'd rather just compete. I did want to do it after trials, genuinely.
yeah.
I was like, fuck,
Everyone's doing it anyway.
I'm just gonna fucking juice the fuck. Yeah, I said if I win, I'm just gonna juice the fuck. But then I thought about it, and I was like, actually, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to know that if I win or if I get there, if I do well, that's because of me. It's not because of any PD. But look, if I go there and I get completely mashed up, next time I'm coming in geared up.
Yeah. This is the theory, man. It's just like, if you go in and you just get mauled and the guys are just so jacked, it's like, cool. At least you know now. It's just like,
yeah. So I probably wouldn't even do it then. But in my mind, I get annoyed.
Yeah, it just gets frustrating, right?
Yeah,
the sort of thing that happens to me in the gear. I'm just like, the guy's just like pulling double sleeve. I'm just like, how are you this strong?
Yeah.
Like with the same weight.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not like strong. Like it's not like I'm unathletic, you know.
Yeah.
Like, how are you this jacked? Like, there's no way.
It is cheating, man.
Yeah, it is, of course. Yeah,
I don't think. Well, I mean, it's not against the rules for ADCC, right?
It's not, but I guess you're cheating yourself, and yeah.
It's not against the rules for ADCC.
No, they allow you to do it. Yeah.
Hey, basically, he encourages it. To be fair,
Okay, look, yeah, okay. From a promoter standpoint, I mean, I can understand, you know, but I just thought,
I think he finds it entertaining, right?
I would have said they would at least be like, you're not allowed to, you know, even if they know it's happening, just be like, you're not allowed to. But
No, they're not.
All right,
They say so. I'm pretty sure you
I
want.
think it literally says it's legal somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, well, now that makes that's
Side B's left. It's not. So I guess it's not technically cheating for ADCC, but
yeah.
No, it's not.
it's not cheating though. But
If it's not against the rules, it's not cheating.
maybe
Yeah.
beat yourself.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you're lying to people, probably, but
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people.
like, no one sees Kynan at ADCC at 99 and goes, he's not on juice.
Yeah.
No one like, and
No one sees the fluctuation.
it's also like,
Mine's either.
you also, I don't feel like you can take away their skill set just because they're juice, you know?
No.
Because like,
helps.
Mika got popped, but like, I say this all the time, I'm like, Mika Gaval without juice will fuck you up.
We'll still be.
And if I juiced you from 5 years old or whatever, and you fought Mika at 19, he will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Because he's just more gifted than you and he's just better than you. And
Yeah.
maybe his game wouldn't be as like dominant as slick at taking it back or whatever, then that's fair enough. But you could make that argument. But he still is like, if in a world where everyone's juicing, he's still a level above everybody else. Same as Tyner Dapper, right?
Yeah.
The people Tyner the fighting are also just as juicy, if not maybe more. But he's just so much technically better than them. Plus the gear, he just smashes them.
It just amplifies who they would have been in any event. I mean, like Gordon Ryan, when he was small, was still smashing everybody.
Yeah.
So it just makes him a bigger. Okay.
It would be interesting to see the difference in them. It would be. I think it would be interesting to see.
But I don't know if we'll ever live in a world where it's like, everyone's going to be clean. Like,
possible.
because people in the UFC are still juicing as well.
Of course, loads of them do.
They got popped, like Sean O'Malley got popped the other day, and Ryan Garcia
the other day. It was a while ago.
Ryan Garcia got popped the other day. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia just got popped. Yeah,
and they said it's tainted supplements. That's fucking everything.
I drank my friend's water bowl.
And
this being said, like he doesn't give a shit about the labels, and he's never been popped for that kind of thing. You know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I was crazy shit recently as well. He just refuses to admit he was juicing.
Yeah,
what's wrong with him?
He's mad.
Yeah,
he's like, I was taking some. What can you be taking that has ostarine in it?
Yeah.
Like, why are you taking some weird supplement? Surely, like, you've trained your whole life and you've never been popped yet.
You have like 10 nutritionists, surely. Like, you're like one of the best boxers in the world. Surely you have like so many people working for you. It's
complete bullshit. And then when people lie about it, say, oh, it's from the doctors, from this, that. Mate, it's all a lie. Like, just say it. Just say I cheat. Yeah,
I juiced, and I still
Well, Canelo also got popped a while back.
Yeah.
I mean, said it was something about the chicken in Mexico or something like that. I was like, yeah, okay. I think that what they try to say is that like the supplement factories and the juice factories are like, a lot of the times the stuff gets processed or something. I've seen something like that where it gets processed at a similar point, so there could be cross contamination.
But it's just a way to try and get out of it.
Yeah, I think people just don't want their brand to be diminished.
Yeah,
but I know loads of people who juice, like personally, who are like top athletes, and they would never say it. Do you know what I mean? It just damages their brand.
It'll be interesting to see now because they got that Juice Olympics or something like that.
I've heard, yeah.
Like
so many people are hating. I'm just like, I can't wait.
That'll be cool to watch. Yeah.
I just want to see all the records get smashed.
Yeah. Well, if they do, because the thing is like, there's speculation that if they don't get smashed, then it's like, are the people in Olympics actually juicing or not?
Surely.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know.
But like, I feel like if you're gonna get tested, you still have to like be aware of how much you're taking. Whereas if you know you can just take as much as you want, people are just worried about other people dying and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, it is your own fault. Fundamentally, right? Like, you're choosing to juice, right?
What did they say on that Icarus documentary? I think they said the only Russian athletes that weren't juiced to the gills was the figure skaters or something like that. So
yeah, well, that's true.
It's just sourced up this.
Because people do stuff to shorten their life all the time, man, and it's just like, this is just another one of those things.
At least if they made it like an open thing, then people could just have doctors monitoring them, and then it can be actually like properly administered. And I mean, people still abuse it, but like at least then your Olympic team has your Olympic doctor or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, people here are more than like smoking cigarettes, and smoking cigarettes is still fucking bad for you.
Yeah.
Like you still damage your life, or like smoking weed that like can still damage you, and like drinking a shit ton of alcohol can still damage you. And like, these are things that, I know a lot of jiu-jitsu athletes that do these things, right? And people just don't care about it, but the minute it's juice, I guess because it enhances you in a way, it's like, if people's main issue is that it's going to risk your life, then like, there's so many other things that people do that risk it.
I don't think it is that. I think people's issue with it is that you go in and you compete against someone who's not using them, and then you take away maybe their opportunities.
Yeah, and how many people do you reckon are not juicing? Like,
not many. I wouldn't know an exact number. You probably got to say 90%.
Yeah,
are juicing. Surely,
right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, maybe more. Yeah. On some level, I'm not saying they're all blasting everything, but on something, you know, they'll fair assessment.
I think so. Yeah, at least like peptides or something, just something,
or like SARMs or whatever. They're
something. Yeah, something to keep them, bro. Because
I want to try some of them SARMs, mate. Some sandwiches, mate.
They're legal, right? They're legal, right? SARMs.
How they fuck? What do you mean? No shit, they're legal. No way.
Okay, all right.
Apparently they make you absolutely wham, but they've got no side effect. Apparently, but
no, that's
no. But apparently there's still like early days.
Oh, okay. One of them. It was when cigarettes had no.
Bro, like a third fucking eye, like in the middle of the cigarette. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened in the 80s and 90s with this thing called pro hormones. They were legal. They were basically like also marketed as like SARMs are now, where basically you could take it, you get all the good effects of like muscle growth and speed or whatever, but no side effects. And like teenagers were taking them, like 13, 14, 15-year-olds, like as supplements. And then obviously as the time goes by, they're like, oh no, these things are fucked. Like these things are really giving them long-term effects of shit.
Like what? What was it giving them?
Oh, dude, liver issues, kidneys, like proper like health issues. I mean, the people had.
Yeah, I think the only thing isn't there like blood work stuff now that people like doctors can do that's like completely fine. Like that, like they could take your blood in particular, and then like, apparently I guess like
blood infusion.
Blood infusion stuff.
Possibly, yeah.
It's super expensive, but like they're like zero risk because they like take your blood personally and they like chemically design it to your blood and like reinsert.
Oh shit, I've heard of that. Yeah, where they say like, okay, blood type and all that, you're lacking this.
Yeah, and that's like enhance your.
Yeah. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh man,
And it's like no risk. It's like, apparently shit takes like very expensive. I don't know for sure. Don't comment on that because
I've also heard.
I just heard rumors.
of course, like a little juice head right now, man. Talking about
Yeah, man.
a bit too much information there, isn't it?
Coming from you, brother. You know, I don't
You're like, oh, fuck all. I just know about the sandwiches. Sandwiches. That's it, right?
Yeah. But so looking forward to ADCC now. What are your guys like expectations? Like you going in obviously to win the show.
I think I'm gonna win. Yeah,
Yeah, you both going to win, eh?
Yeah, I'm coming to smash, brother.
to smash everyone, brother.
Who are the who are some of the like maybe like dream matches, or like who are some of the people you'd actually like to go up against? Or is there anyone in particular you don't care?
You want Tana Dabra, bro, don't you?
Yeah, if he does it, obviously I would like Tynan
You
Dow.
want Juice Head Tana Dabra?
Yeah. Mate, he's fucking.
At least you got.
He beat the fuck out of me once in the gi match. No, I would like to scrap him, no gi. Yeah.
Yeah, a good excuse if he just beats you up, man. Just blast the juice.
Nah, fuck that, man. I want to scrap him. He's like one of the best guys ever. I'd say he's the best guy I ever felt on the mat. So if he did do ADCC, but I don't think he is. I haven't seen anything about it. And he looked ridiculously jacked there in that picture. So maybe I kind of want to avoid him.
Okay.
But
What's he cut down from though? Do you know?
mate, I know when he fought Tars, I swear they said he was in the 90s and he cut to 84. He's fucking a unit, mate. He's a little fridge.
Massive.
He's a ripped fridge, mate. So if he does it, Tynan would be cool. If not, I said this before on a different podcast, I would like to compete against the champ, obviously. John Carlo would be cool. I think why not compete against the champ? Someone like Wagner would be cool.
I was gonna say Wagner. Yeah.
Yeah, Wagner would be a cool one, I
He's
think.
a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
He's a tough one.
Yeah,
dog, yeah.
I mean, he beat Luke Griffith now recently.
Yeah, but
Oh, he's fighting Maragag next week, right?
oh no, man, he's such a dog. That would I think it's in. Man, it'd be a really hard match, obviously, but Ty Rotolo or Cade, whichever one's in there, man, I love them as well as
Cade, right?
They swap.
Yeah, Cade's doing it.
It's actually so stacked. You can't even really like. I mean, any match is actually going to be like quite a sick match that you got, right? Because it's so.
Yeah, I would like. I think Fabrice Andre is like. I used to like watch jiu-jitsu when I was growing up, and like when I was developing jiu-jitsu, I thought he was always like super entertaining, and he also beat me one time on a grappling, I think, in like a 15-minute super fight. So I would like to have that match back. So
That'd be cool, yeah. Fabrice is a cool guy. I train with him. He's a nice guy.
yeah, he's a nice guy. He's funny as well, man. Like that one will be like just an entertaining match, I think, for people to watch, and also just getting a lick back would be nice.
Yeah.
And then obviously beating the champ is always the best thing to do, right? Because like, you can go there, fight Diogo Hayes first round, I beat Diogo Hayes, and then I lose next round, but I beat the champ. And like as an American, I don't think it matters too much, but as a UK athlete, I think it matters a lot because you already have like, because people just want to see, because there's so little people from the UK doing well, apart from like, I think Fion's the only exception who's like done bits, right? And then Owen got fourth, but like when Owen got fourth, everyone was like pushing behind him, you know, like everyone was like, oh my God, Owen's doing sick, he's beat this guy, whereas like, and he got massive clout from it, where as other Americans who did like the same thing and got fourth, like didn't get nearly the same shine, you know? Like I guess like PJ Parcher is a good example, and like beat JT Torres, beat up Tommy Lanka, got fourth, and like he was like beating Cade, and like he got some shine, but like I feel like
no one talks about PJ Parcher, but they should. I feel like they could.
Yeah,
he's fucking.
That's a crazy performance. No, he's just like beats Tommy, who's not a joke, takes down JT 4 points. Then he's like beating Cade. Obviously, he gets armbar, but he's beating it.
Yeah, he was beating Cade. Yeah,
and
PJ's sick, man. Yeah, I don't think he got any clout for that. They should have.
Yeah,
no one even remembers that. Oh,
exactly. Yeah, like every time I said,
I think
like,
because he's quite quiet, he's just quite reserved.
Yeah. But so is Owen, right? Owen's not really.
Yeah,
I think it's just the UK thing, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but imagine PJ was from the UK, right? He was crazy. Yeah. Everyone would be like, what?
Yeah, I think there's no guys done it yet. So he was like, he was a big inspiration for me, to be fair. Like little Owen and big Owen, watching them do well. I was like, fuck. Like when I saw Owen Flanagan do really well, I was like, man, fair play, because we fought a bunch, we trained together a bunch. I was like, man, it's possible. And then when Owen won trials, I thought, man, if this prick can fucking win, I can as well. I was happy for it. I was like, man, if this prick's winning, I can do it too. There's no chance. He can just, no, I can't, man. No. There's no chance. There's like, there's no fucking way. If he's winning, I can't win.
He was in a camp in Berlin, and we were sharing we're sharing the same room, and he was just like, how did you win trials? He's like, I trained so much harder than you, so much longer. It's like, I do everything right. You little prick, you one shot.
I was like, you don't deserve it. I do.
Oh, really?
I was like, I deserve a fucking win. You don't. But I'm like, we're finishing training sessions. I'm walking through the fucking snow to go lift weights and stuff. And he's just like, nah, I just can't be arsed. I'm like, bro, you don't deserve it. I fucking do. But I did win it. So that's good. But I was just like, he doesn't deserve it.
That's
I
crazy.
need to fucking get it. So I trained so hard, man. Give me the time. But honestly, I'm like proper discipline, man. I don't take a fucking day off ever in my life. Do you know what I mean?
Is it not like what is the scene like in UK? You know, because I mean, guys obviously get to train around a lot around the world and stuff like that. Like, what is it like there?
It's one of the best in Europe, mate. That and Poland, the UK and Poland are the best. It's good training.
Yeah, I haven't trained in Poland, but like,
They're hard, man.
yeah, UK is definitely
Poland's far.
UK's.
I'd say Poland's. I thought harder, in my opinion.
Yeah,
What I seen,
Mateus, Camille Will. I think it's
just the average strong Polish guy. The gym's just like a fucking nightmare to train with. Just like, that average
and it's definitely stronger in almost everywhere else in Europe.
yeah, English people are just weak.
Yeah, we're just
But we do have access to good training. Like, the UK scene is really good now. I have like
I have a good group of small guys.
Yeah.
I have like your student. I have Will. For us, is his student. Jax here is probably my main training partner, or is my main training partner for almost all my tournaments. And Nathan K, London Grapple, Tommy Malik as well.
yeah,
Yeah, a few
a good group of midgets, man. Yeah,
small guys there.
yeah.
I'm building like a mafia of small guys.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good.
Like 3 of them equals like 1 regular person.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it-
they're all just midgets.
Is it hard to actually get people to like, not just to train with, but then like to really push you and that kind of thing? You know, that are not bigger than you.
No, well, I have to travel outside of where I live. I live in Colchester, so I have to travel every week. I make the 2-hour train journey. I go to London, I go to train 2 hours. Yeah, shit. Leave at 7 a.m. then get there for 9. But then I'm starting going to RGA now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only 2 rounds that I get smashed in, I guess, or like lose, it's just you and Owen. Him and Owen are
Bigger
like,
people.
yeah, just him and Owen are Flanagan. Everyone else, I mean, I have competitive rounds with Ross Nichols, but everyone else, I think, I usually.
Yeah, I needed because I was just training my students. For the majority of my training is just for my students. They're good, man. They win competitions. They all win everything they do. But
Woodman.
yeah, man, they're all good. So I have some black belts in my gym who are good. The brown belt's good, purple belt's good. But because they train under me every day and I teach them mostly everything they know, I know them all inside and out. Like all the ones I train with, the good ones, are the better ones. I just know them.
You know the game,
I mean, they can't catch me. They can't catch me.
Yeah.
This is impossible.
I have the same. Yeah, I have a few good students, but it's like I taught you this last week. Just stop it.
It's like I'll have harder training with the blue belts here. Sometimes some blue belts who just come in for me in a seminar than I would the good black belts who win a lot.
Yeah.
Who I train with on the regular, just because these guys, I have no clue what they're doing and they're coming to kill me. So it's actually quite good for me. I'm traveling doing all these seminars. Whenever you guys do a seminar, I always roll in seminars. All the best guys in the gym, they basically do like a queue. They do a queue.
I was going to ask you that.
Train, they'll just watch me do back to back rounds, and they'll come in fresh, and they'll just try and kill me. And I'm like, oh, this is annoying, but then it's good training at the end of it.
They're coming for you guys.
They're trying to kill me. Yeah,
It's also like rounds with Taylor progressively get worse as he learns your game. This is also another factor why it's like once he starts learning, okay, he does this and he shuts it down. It's like something work one round, the next round it will stop working. Like, oh, right, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
I thought I had sign. It's like next round, it's like shut it down. I'm like,
Shit.
enough.
You try something else.
Yeah, say goodbye to that. Try to find something new.
Yeah, so it's good when you're training with all these fresh people. You don't know what they're gonna do, so you don't have any data on them.
Yeah, to get surprised. Some people is like crazy explosive, or something way better. Because in Nogi you don't have belts. It's like you don't even know how good they're gonna be until you feel that.
Yeah, it could just
Yeah. So sometimes you have no clue who someone is. So I could be 10 rounds deep and one of the fresh guys in the queue pops over. I'm like, oh, they're still older dudes, all right. And he ends up being a black belt. It's hard as fuck.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, coming for you.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this guy, why?
You know, they don't want to tap you because they'd be like, I tapped him.
I know, yeah. So everyone's coming at you with that sort of energy.
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier him though. He's bigger. It's like people just forget I'm 66, bro. I just get this like, bro, I've been at some seminars. These 100 kilo guys. Like, oh, do you want to do a round? I'm like, no.
There is something that's too big.
I'm just like, literally, bro. You're like 6'4", jacked. You're definitely a powerlifter. Like, you could deadlift like 4 of me. Let's not do a round. It's just not.
How the rounds been here? How have you found the
Good man.
level of people?
Chris and Dylan. Yeah.
Everyone's strong, man.
Chris and Dylan are
Chris and Dylan, I've had a good train with them.
Yeah.
He's had a good train with Johan, I guess. Johan's a bit too big.
Have you rolled with Johan?
Yeah, we were trained a bunch. Yeah, he come down for a few days. We trained a bunch. It was really good. He's a cool guy as well.
He's really good. I mean, he's
Yeah.
probably the best guy. I mean, Luke Griffith is probably the best South African, but I think he's the best guy in
Trains
South Africa, right?
Yeah, I heard he was. Yeah, and he was great. He was probably the best
He is,
I've
yeah.
trained with, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far since I've been here.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone said that, so.
Yeah, it was. He's super technical. Great guy.
There's nobody that I mean, he does I'll show you. Chris will have more videos and stuff, but like he does the local comps and he just like fucks around and
Yeah.
just smokes.
Like, he did decent at trials, actually. We watched.
Yeah.
He lost to the winner. I forget. I can't.
That's the Marston.
Lost to Marston.
We trained with Marston in the medium for trials. And Marston's solid.
Yeah, massive. That's
But
good.
he tapped Mo from East Coast. He was good, and he tapped. Who did he tap that Petru.
Look, right.
He tapped this Finnish Petru or
Yeah.
something like that. He won trials before, and yeah, Johan tapped them both. So he's good.
But I think Johan, I think he's supposed to compete at 88.
Yeah, but
That's
he's
what
gonna have to cut a little bit. He's quite
Yeah,
big, man.
he
I
does.
think because I know he fought Bruno Lima in 88, and I watched the match actually. He had Bruno's back for a while, and Bruno got out and ended up tapping him. But I think he can do well in 99. Just maybe needs more sparring partners. Maybe
Right. Yeah.
that'd be the only thing.
That
Maybe
is
that little
good.
trip to America, or a little trip to somewhere.
Yeah, it's just so far from it.
Yeah.
It's just even the trip to UK, if you train with you and Owen, would be pretty good from.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah.
But his coach actually has ties with B Team as well, with Craig Jones. His coach is Chris Bright. And I spoke to Chris a long time about Johan because a guy like that has to go overseas. I mean, like, there's nobody here for him. Like, there's nobody here to push him, from what I've seen.
For sure.
Like, he has to go, and like he has to regularly roll with those guys. I mean, like, I heard some stories like he was rolling with like some pretty high level people and training partners and stuff, and like he was tapping them on that side in the US because he went up for the Temba Garimbo had a UFC fight. He was in his corner. There's some pretty high name partners that he.
I think when you're that that much better than the people around you, you have to like structure the training where you're gonna put yourself in like a really bad position. For example, like if I know I'm not gonna go train, for example, with good guys, I know it's like just gonna be my students. I'll do the bike before I train. I'll kill myself on the bike, and then I'll like Shark Tank myself. So I'll be like, I'm gonna go with you, and every round before I do a round with you guys, all of you sit out, so you're all fresh to come into the round.
Yeah.
So then I'm dying. I'm like, because this is also when I feel like I would lose to someone, is when I'm super tired and then they pass my guard, or I get like in entanglement, I'm too tired to defend, right? I feel like technically for technique, it's like, that's not where you're going to get the gains from there. It's more like when you're better than these people, you have to push yourself like cardio-wise and like to the limit.
I watched Johan
Different ways to do that.
rolling with other people as well, and he's just fucking around.
Yeah. I mean, he'll put himself in shit positions, or he'll let you do some shit, and he'll be like, okay, I'm going to take your back from a weird, like, so this is what Gordon Ryan apparently does. Like, there's only so many moves you can do in jiu-jitsu, right? I mean, like, when you break it down, so he finds new ways, apparently. That's what Luke said. He finds new ways to, like, get to the back, or, like, to get to this position, and I think that's what he does as well. So he'll be like, okay, I'm training this week. So I'm just going to put myself in a shit position. It's like, I'm going to try to get to that position from there. I mean, that's what I've seen so far from him.
Yeah, it's tough when you don't have advice.
Yeah, Johan's good. Has a lot of potential, I think.
So even on international stage, you reckon if he got
Yep, he's good. He's good. I think he's decent. It was like, I think he would just need. I don't think it's more so a technical thing or anything. I think it would just be having higher level sparring, because that day at trials is a hard fucking day, man. If you want to win, it's hard, man. You got to do 6 matches, like I said. Like,
Yeah, you got to have some dogging.
It's the whole day. It's hard. Like,
yeah,
it's just hard being there the whole day. You need to be ready for that.
To be under pressure constantly.
Yeah, you need to be ready. So you just need.
It tests you. It just tests you mentally, you know. Like,
More than anything,
it's how badly do you want it, you know. There are so many people who are good but don't want it bad enough, you know. Like,
yeah, it's just hard on the mind. That's the only thing I'd say.
Yeah,
You gotta go in. Excuse me. You gotta go in. Yeah, you gotta go in like with a bulletproof mind, really. Just try and stay focused. It's easy to win some matches and be like, oh, I've done well. Oh, I'm tired. I've had a good showing. This, like,
I've done it before.
this goes through probably everyone's head at some point. It's weird, but I don't hear a lot of people
I've done
talking about
the
it.
worlds when I was a blue belt.
You start like even the days before,
like, oh,
day of,
yeah.
you start like these weird thoughts coming to your head, like, oh, it's okay if you lose, it's okay if you don't do well. Everyone knows you're good in the gym. That's all that matters. Like weird shit like that comes to your head. You're like, no, fuck that, man. Why am I thinking that? It's like kind of like hit yourself and like, why am I thinking this shit?
I've never had that. I've just had,
I do all the time. I'm just like, why the fuck?
Semis is good enough now. I'll take third.
Yeah.
I've had that. In fact, that's the only time I've had it. I've had like, it was like Ye Worlds, and I just remember it specifically. It's like I've had like 5 matches. The last match I've just had was a scrap. I'm just like, I mean, I've got bronze anyway, no matter what happens.
Yeah,
I'm just not kind of,
that's fucked. Yeah. You can't be thinking.
and then
that, like,
exactly, yeah. Like, it's so hard to get back in mentally. But I've only done it once, and after that, I was like,
yeah, but
why
that does happen throughout the day. And you've got to then fucking pull yourself out of it and be like,
Hey, get your mind right again.
yeah, because it's like you can like you're so close to the dream. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and then the margin, as you go up, the margins obviously get smaller, man.
Yeah, and the stakes get bigger, man. Especially like when you're in the final, you can't.
Yeah, like imagine you just went to ADCC and just like, oh, well, I'm at ADCC. It's like, yeah, you can't do that, man. You have to go there. You have to go there. I'm going there to win.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you just with the training partners thing? Are you going to do your camp at B team? Obviously, I mean, you get a lot of good exposure, a lot of good rolling partners and stuff. But is it also like a thing of not having the partners at home, or like why are you going to do your?
Well, I mean,
obviously B team. I'm not.
Yeah, I think it's. I just don't think it's possible to win training out of the UK, because you're just not gonna get anywhere near the same experience. Like, I guess it's different for Taylor and Owen, just because they have each other. But those like. There's like, I have good training partners, but like there is no one in the UK I've ever rolled with that I've gone like, oh, this feels like Fabrice Andre, or this feels like Pat, or this feels like Ethan Credison. Like, never. Whereas like when I go to B team, there's some guys who are no names who are still very good, right? And like, you're gonna have to, if you're not used to experiencing that and you're fighting people who are used to experience that every day. For example, Ethan Credison trains with Damien, right? Like, they're 2 very high level 66 kilo guys who are training almost every day. If I'm now training with guys who, don't get me wrong, are good, but are not winning trials and aren't at that level, they already have an upper hand, right?
Yeah.
And also, I think climatizing is an important thing, being out in America, getting used to being like in the States. And like, yeah, I just think, training partners and like, there still is a skill gap in terms of like knowledge. Like, there's definitely more knowledge in B team. There's more people for more questions, right? Like, if you want to know something from Ethan, from Craig, from Nicky Rod, from like, there's so many more bodies in that room. And it's just people, and they're scrapping as well, which is good. Like, Joseph will be there, Kent will be there, and like, it'll be I can make technical gains, plus I can scrap without having to worry about much. Also, being away means I have 0 responsibilities, right?
Yeah.
If I was still in the UK, I would still have to be teaching. I would still like, because I can't just be in the UK and be like, oh, I'm not going to teach. Whereas I can go to America and just be like, cool, the next 2 months of my life, I'm just going to train, and I'm going to like lock down, like find nutrition, weightlifting, jiu-jitsu, right?
No,
When I'm at home, I have too many distractions, right? Like, I get so like, there'll be days where I don't want to train because I have to teach later, or I don't lift weights because I train. I don't want to lift weights and I'll be tired because I have to teach, because then the quality of my teaching goes down, and then I don't want to like diminish my teaching for my students, and then I'll be like, and I want to do dumb shit as well. I want to go party. I want to go play video games, where these like distractions come into my brain. And because I'm where I feel comfortable in London, it's just like, I'll do these things. But when I go to America, it's like, cool, I've spent money to be here. I've got a big tournament coming up. I'm surrounded by people who also have the same tournament coming up, also like-minded individuals, all in a similar situation. So everyone's getting ready for ADCC. Whereas if I was in the UK, I'd have to personally be like, okay, guys, I'm getting ready for this tournament. Can you guys come help me? Whereas when I'm there, there's going to be like 4 other people who are also training for that. So there's going to be a camp. Whereas in London, there'll be no camp. Like, Owen and Flange had no camp. Like, you have to make the camp yourself by going to open mats. It's like, there's no like structure. It's not like you go, Monday we're doing this, Tuesday we're doing this, Wednesday we're doing this, Thursday we're doing this. Whereas like the best guys are doing that. Like, the people make crazy developments. Like people like AOJ and people like New Wave, I'm sure it's like they have a structure. Like, they have the Mendes bros, they have Danaher looking at them and being like, hey, this is an issue, this is an issue, we need to develop this. Whereas if you're in London, like Taylor, for example, has to go train and he has to rely on himself to improve himself, and also like asking questions to Owen, to, I don't know, like if Joseph comes as a visitor, ask Joseph questions. Like, whereas If you're in America, it's like you can just ask as many questions as you want, and then I'll have people looking at me and helping me study and get better.
Yeah, everything just falls into place. It's like you don't, and it's like a lot less effort really to do it, like to make it happen, kind of thing.
It just makes way more sense.
And you're not as comfortable like when you're at home. If you're comfortable, it's so much easier. Like we were talking about, I've already made semifinals for those like mental tricks to play to come in. You know, it's like
I'm gonna get that. I'm like, bro, I just spent the last 2 months just killing myself, getting smashed by these high level guys. I'm gonna perform today, you know.
All of that easy stuff of like, I can be comfortable. I'm at home, but my mom wants me to do this, or like my family wants me to go do this. Like that's all gone.
Yeah, people are a little bit like, people get a little bit delusional as well. It's like, they forget. Like I hear people a lot saying, the top level isn't that far away. I'm like, you haven't won anything. Like,
yeah, it is far away.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Yeah.
Like if someone who's won something, but fair enough, you won something, but it's like, if you ain't won, I don't want to hear it as far it isn't far away, because it definitely is. There is a gap between, like, I'm not saying people in the UK are rubbish, but there's definitely a gap between like the best American guys and best Brazilian guys and the best UK athletes, right?
Yes.
Or European athletes, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's the average, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like there's just so many more. Yeah, there's so many more bodies.
Yeah,
that's just what.
More comps and stuff as well, isn't there, in the US than compared to the UK? I mean, you can do.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be competing, but like just.
I mean, I'm just saying for the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, for sure.
They get into that exposure and everything. So, have you guys tried Nandos in South Africa yet?
We have, yeah.
Yeah.
We tried it. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's different to the UK.
It's not off, bro. I'm not gonna lie. No, I thought it was washed.
Really?
I don't think it's better than the UK.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's better than the UK.
Already.
But I didn't think it was bad. What did you get?
That's good. I got a half chicken.
Okay, then you have a better. I got a chicken wrap.
Right.
I thought the
chicken wrap looked washed.
I thought it was a little bit dry. I'll be honest.
Okay.
But the one thing, I'm a chips connoisseur, bro, and the chips at London are phenomenal. Like, compared to South Africa, the chips here were generally dead.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, right.
You not had?
I haven't had from UK. No.
Bro, you got just what very most right.
Yeah, the price of it is joke.
Yeah, but that's the one thing. Yeah. We did get like five meals with a price.
Yeah.
Because there was a group of us.
Yeah.
5 meals for the equivalent. 5 meals with a drink.
I know.
With drinks for 20 quid.
Yeah.
It's 20 quid for one. So like maybe more.
Yeah, I had Nandos randomly in Bahrain. I've had Nandos before.
Yeah.
And it was like so here the same meal would probably cost you like 60 rand. And over there was about 200 rand equivalent. So it was almost 4 times.
Yeah.
As well. And it was dead, dude. It wasn't like there was no flavor, and like it sucked for me. But if you guys want to get
Bahrain chicken's just not good.
But if you want to try an alternative, man, Pedro's. I don't know if you've ever. I mean, if they told you about it, but it's like, dude, that's even cheaper. It's like Nando's with similar to better taste, but then like half the price as well.
It's better.
Half the price of Nando's.
Yeah, Pedro's. Yeah. It's called Pedro's. I'll give you. Yeah,
this is literally like £2.
Dude, chicken in South Africa, like the top 5 fast food places are like 4 of them are chicken.
Yeah, just
like
cheap.
McDonald's is in there somewhere, but like chicken throughout Africa is
damn. Yeah,
that's the one.
Man, I thought
what have we had that's good? What did we have that was fire? The steak was pretty good.
Yeah, had like a bunch of nice steaks here.
Yeah,
it's good. Steaks,
steaks.
Yeah, man, the food in general has been really good. I just thought Nando's was a bit like
overhyped. Yeah, I
said, I see it was the best you've ever had. I was like, fuck, it's gonna.
Yeah, because I was told like, oh, it's originated from South Africa. I'm like, I'm surely the Nando's here is gonna be fire, and then it was
the only thing that was fire was the price.
Yeah,
yeah, but that was fire.
Yeah,
the menu and everything's better at home. The food's better.
Really?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, well, guys, I think that's enough. A good place to wrap it. I think I really appreciate you guys coming through, and all the best for the rest of the trip. Enjoy it, man. If you guys do go up Table Mountain, I hope the weather's a little bit better tomorrow, man.
That's true. Yeah.
Especially if you want to hike, though. Like, yeah.
Let's go tomorrow, so hopefully.
And good luck for ADCC. Good luck with the camps and stuff, brother.
Yeah, hopefully we both win. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Real.
Good show from the UK.
Yeah.
Real.
Bosh.
Man.